People laugh at small 4x4s until the big trucks get stuck first. For decades, these tiny machines crossed frozen mountains, war zones, muddy forests, and roads that barely even existed. Some survived over 40 years of brutal abuse with almost no maintenance, and somehow nobody talks about them anymore. These weren't built for luxury or giant screens. They were built to last forever. Today, we're counting down 10 of the most reliable mini 4x4s ever built compact machines that proved lightweight engineering could sometimes outperform massive SUVs costing 10 times more. And trust me, some of these little 4x4s are far more capable than they have any right to be. So hit like, subscribe, and let's start the countdown. Number 10, Toyota RAV4. When Toyota launched the first generation RAV4 in 1994, it introduced a completely new idea for compact SUVs. Most off-road vehicles during that era were large, heavy, and built mainly for rough terrain rather than daily comfort. Toyota took a different direction by creating a smaller vehicle that combined SUV practicality with the driving feel of a passenger car. Its compact dimensions made it far easier to drive in cities, while still offering enough ground clearance and four-wheel drive capability for outdoor use. The RAV4 immediately attracted drivers who wanted versatility without the bulk and fuel consumption of traditional SUVs. Unlike many rugged off-road vehicles of the time, it balanced comfort, efficiency, and light off-road performance in one practical package. Its modern styling and user-friendly design also helped it appeal to a much wider audience than older utility-focused 4x4s. The vehicle quickly became popular worldwide and played a major role in shaping the future of compact crossover SUVs. Over time, the first generation RAV4 earned a strong reputation for reliability and long-term durability. Toyota equipped the RAV4 with dependable four-cylinder engines, known for smooth performance and low maintenance requirements. Most models used either front-wheel drive or full-time all-wheel drive, depending on the market and trim level. The lightweight monocoque construction improved ride, comfort, and handling compared to body-on-frame SUVs from the same period. Manual and automatic transmission options allowed buyers to choose between simplicity and convenience. Its suspension setup handled rough roads surprisingly well while still delivering stable, everyday driving manners. Fuel efficiency remained one of the vehicle's strongest advantages compared to larger SUVs of the 1990s. Routine maintenance was generally affordable, which helped many owners keep their vehicles running for decades. Toyota's reputation for dependable engineering further strengthened confidence in the first generation RAV4. This blend of reliability, practicality, and comfort helped it become one of the most successful compact SUVs ever created. Drivers around the world used the RAV4 for everything from city commuting to countryside travel and outdoor adventures. Its compact size made parking and maneuvering easy, especially in crowded urban environments. All-wheel drive versions provided extra confidence on snow, gravel roads, and light off-road terrain. Many owners appreciated that the vehicle could handle family duties during the week and weekend trips without difficulty. Long-term reliability became one of its most respected qualities, with countless early models still operating today. The first generation RAV4 also influenced nearly every compact crossover SUV that followed in later decades. Modern crossovers became increasingly focused on technology and luxury, but the original RAV4 succeeded through balanced and dependable engineering. Enthusiasts still respect early models because they represent the beginning of a completely new category of vehicle. Number 10 belongs to the Toyota RAV4 Gen 1 because it changed the compact SUV market forever, while proving reliability and practicality could exist in one lightweight package. Number 9, Daihatsu Rocky. Released in 1988, the Daihatsu Rocky entered the compact SUV market with a strong focus on durability, practicality, and genuine off-road performance. Unlike many small SUVs that mainly targeted city drivers, the Rocky was designed to handle rough terrain and difficult environments with confidence. Its boxy styling, tall ride height, and rugged ladder frame construction immediately gave it the appearance of a serious off-road machine. Daihatsu positioned it as a lightweight alternative to larger 4x4 vehicles that were often more expensive and harder to maintain. Drivers appreciated that it offered solid off-road capability without becoming oversized or overly complicated. The compact dimensions allowed it to travel through narrow trails, mountain roads, and crowded rural paths with ease. In many countries, the Rocky became popular among farmers, outdoor enthusiasts, and drivers living in remote regions. Its practical design and dependable nature helped it build a loyal reputation during the 1990s. Over time, it earned respect as one of the toughest compact SUVs produced by Daihatsu. A range of gasoline and diesel engines powered the Rocky depending on the market and model year. Most versions focused on low-end torque and reliability instead of high-speed highway performance. A part-time four-wheel drive system combined with low-range gearing gave the vehicle strong capability on mud, snow, gravel, and rocky terrain. Solid construction and durable suspension components allowed it to tolerate years of heavy use in difficult conditions. Manual transmission models became especially popular among off-road drivers because of their direct control and mechanical simplicity. Its relatively lightweight body reduced stress on major components and improved maneuverability in rough environments. Maintenance remained straightforward, helping owners keep the vehicle operating without excessive repair costs. Fuel economy was also respectable compared to many larger, off-road SUVs from the same period. This balance of strength, simplicity, and efficiency became one of the Rocky's biggest advantages. Rural communities and outdoor drivers quickly discovered how dependable the Daihatsu Rocky could be during long-term use. It handled steep trails, muddy roads, river crossings, and uneven terrain with far more confidence than many people expected from a compact SUV. The smaller size made it practical for areas where larger trucks struggled to maneuver comfortably. Many units stayed in operation for decades because the vehicle was built with durability as a priority. Owners often praised its reliability and ability to continue working under harsh conditions with minimal problems. Even after production ended in 1997, the Rocky maintained a respected place among compact off-road enthusiasts. Restored examples remain popular in several countries, where lightweight 4x4 vehicles are still valued for their practicality. Modern compact SUVs may offer more technology and comfort, but few deliver the same raw mechanical toughness. Number 9 belongs to the Daihatsu Rocky because it combined compact size, dependable engineering, and real off-road ability into one highly capable package. Number 8, Suzuki Jimny, SJ410. When the Suzuki Jimny SJ410 entered production in 1981, it was designed to be a lightweight off-road machine capable of surviving harsh terrain without relying on oversized dimensions or expensive mechanical systems. Suzuki focused on building a compact four-wheel drive vehicle that could operate in places where larger SUVs struggled due to excessive weight and limited maneuverability. Its narrow structure allowed it to squeeze through mountain trails, forest tracks, rocky paths, and remote rural roads that were inaccessible to wider utility vehicles. Unlike modern crossovers built mainly for appearance, the SJ410 was engineered with genuine off-road capability as the primary objective from the beginning. The extremely low vehicle mass helped it travel across mud, sand, and uneven surfaces without sinking or losing traction as easily as heavier competitors. Farmers, forestry workers, and rural communities quickly recognized its usefulness in demanding environments where reliability mattered more than comfort. The Jimny gradually developed a reputation for surviving brutal conditions despite its simple appearance and modest engine size. Engineering inside the SJ410 followed a straightforward philosophy centered around durability, mechanical accessibility, and dependable off-road performance. A ladder frame chassis provided structural toughness that could tolerate twisting forces during rough terrain, driving far better than weaker unibody designs. Power came from a compact 1.0-liter four-cylinder engine that prioritized consistency and fuel economy instead of excessive horsepower figures. A dual-range transfer case gave drivers access to low-range gearing for climbing steep slopes, crawling across rocks, or navigating deep mud sections. Solid axles and leaf spring suspension delivered rugged reliability under repeated punishment, even though ride comfort remained relatively basic on paved roads. Manual transmissions kept mechanical operation direct and predictable, while reducing long-term maintenance complications compared to more complex systems. Its uncomplicated drivetrain allowed owners to repair problems without expensive equipment, which became a major advantage in isolated regions with limited workshop access. Across decades of real-world use, the Suzuki Jimny SJ-410 proved itself in environments that destroyed far larger and more expensive utility vehicles. Rural operators relied on it for transporting equipment, livestock supplies, and tools across damaged countryside routes where conventional passenger cars could not survive. Mountain communities appreciated its ability to travel through narrow snow-covered roads while maintaining steady traction on unstable surfaces. Hunters, explorers, and off-road enthusiasts pushed it through forests, deserts, river crossings, and steep rocky trails with remarkable success, considering its tiny footprint. Even heavily used examples often remained operational for decades, due to strong mechanical durability and widely available replacement components. Modern SUVs may offer more technology and comfort, but many lack the raw simplicity and dependable toughness that define the SJ-410. Number 8 belongs to the Suzuki Jimny SJ-410 because it consistently delivered exceptional reliability, genuine off-road capability, and long-term durability in some of the harshest driving conditions imaginable. Number 7. Autozam AZ Off-Road. Developed by Mazda under its Autozam sub-brand, this compact 4x4 was built on the proven Suzuki Jimny platform and adapted to meet Japan's K-vehicle standards. A small footprint, boxy silhouette, and elevated ground clearance made it suitable for city movement, as well as demanding rural terrain. Unlike many K-class vehicles designed exclusively for urban environments, it retained authentic off-road capability across mud, snow, and uneven surfaces. A short wheelbase aided maneuverability, letting it navigate tight urban streets and narrow mountain lanes with equal ease. Many buyers valued it because it combined compact urban practicality with legitimate four-wheel drive performance in a single affordable machine. It quickly attracted users who needed a small but capable vehicle that could serve equally well for working purposes and outdoor travel. The layout avoided unnecessary engineering complexity, instead drawing on a proven and uncomplicated platform that supported long-term dependability. Because of its low overall mass, it managed rough surfaces without placing excessive load on critical mechanical components. Even after production ended in 1998, it remained closely associated with dependable compact off-road engineering in the minds of enthusiasts. Performance was anchored around a small inline-4 engine paired with either a manual transmission or a straightforward automatic, depending on the version. A part-time four-wheel drive system allowed switching between standard road use and off-road engagement when terrain demanded it. Low-range gearing delivered improved handling during steep ascents, rocky trail work, and navigation through deep mud. Ladder frame construction added structural integrity, helping it absorb repeated stress from sustained off-road use. Suspension was calibrated to balance reasonable pavement comfort against stability across irregular ground. Low vehicle mass kept fuel consumption in check and maintained economy throughout daily driving. Maintenance was practical and accessible, making it well suited to long-term ownership in both countryside and city environments. Many components were shared with the Jimny platform, which improved parts availability and reduced the difficulty of sourcing replacements. Overall, it delivered a reliable blend of economy, structural durability, and genuine off-road function in a compact key-class form. Through its production run, it proved useful across a broad range of applications, from urban cargo movement to countryside farming tasks. Its small footprint kept parking and maneuvering manageable, even in Japan's most congested city environments. Out in rural settings, it handled unpaved roads, snow-covered tracks, and irregular terrain without significant difficulty. Owners appreciated its capacity to fulfill multiple roles without the cost or size of a larger and more complicated vehicle. Used examples remained in demand, long after production finished because of their structural durability and mechanically accessible design. Enthusiasts continue to view it as a compact alternative to full-size off-road SUVs carrying far more complex systems. Its foundation on the Jimny platform reinforced its credibility for long-term structural reliability. Even today, imported units remain in use across various countries for light off-road work and utility transport. Number 7 belongs to the Autosam AZ Offroad because it successfully delivered true 4x4 performance within a compact key-class design without compromising on mechanical integrity. Number 6. Haflinger Steyerpuch. Manufactured in Austria from 1959 onward, the Haflinger Steyerpuch was created as a compact off-road utility specifically engineered for extreme alpine environments. Steyr-Daimler-Puch built it to operate in regions where paths were narrow, gradients were severe, and proper road surfaces were often nowhere to be found. Rather than relying on engine displacement or overall size, the entire approach focused on very low mass and intelligent packaging to achieve genuine mountain-capable performance. A narrow profile, short footprint, and high ground clearance made it particularly well suited for tight mountain corridors and unstable, uneven terrain. Military units and rescue organizations adopted it for alpine patrol work, supply delivery, and emergency access across remote high-altitude locations. Drivers frequently encountered how confidently it could ascend extreme slopes and cross ground that appeared completely impassable for any four-wheeled vehicle. The plain and compact layout gave it an almost industrial appearance, but that minimalism contributed directly to its effectiveness in environments where conditions changed without warning. Across the mountainous regions of Europe and beyond, it saw widespread deployment in areas where reaching a location quickly and reliably could mean the difference between success and failure. Production ran through to 1974, during which it established an outstanding operational record in genuinely demanding environments, with a total of around 16,600 units built across both production series. Capability came from a design philosophy that placed traction, low-speed control, and efficiency ahead of anything else. A compact rear-mounted air-cooled flat twin engine of 643 cubic centimeters displacement delivered steady output suited to slow, deliberate off-road movement. Portal axles raised the ground clearance significantly beyond what the wheel diameter alone could provide, allowing the vehicle to clear rocks, snow buildup, and deep, irregular surfaces. Both front and rear differential locks allowed forward progress even when only a single wheel retained firm contact with the ground. A low-range gearing system enabled precise handling during steep climbs and technically complex terrain navigation. Minimal construction weight reduced stress on components and improved traction across soft or unstable surfaces. Straightforward mechanical layout made field servicing achievable even in remote high-altitude environments with limited tools or support available. Fuel demands stayed low, enabling longer operational range in isolated mountain regions between resupply points. Every element of the engineering was shaped entirely around purposeful off-road function, with no compromise made toward a road performance or passenger luxury. Proven results in alpine and military operations established its long-term value across different countries and user groups. Alpine rescue teams depended on it to reach injured persons in locations completely inaccessible to any other vehicle. Military formations used it to move personnel and supplies through narrow passes and extreme terrain that ruled out standard trucks entirely. Its compact size unlocked access to areas that remained completely beyond reach for conventional off-road vehicles of the period. Snow-covered slopes and broken mountain terrain were crossed with impressive stability for a machine weighing barely over 600 kilograms. Many examples remained in active use long after production ended, because their structural durability and practical usefulness never diminished. Enthusiasts across Europe and beyond continue restoring and preserving them today because of their unique mechanical character and historical significance. The Haflinger stands as a clear demonstration of how minimal weight and intelligent engineering can achieve extraordinary results in extreme environments. Number 6 belongs to the Haflinger Steyerpuch because it showed the world that a compact vehicle designed with single-minded purpose can perform at a genuinely serious off-road level. Number 5. Lada Niva. When the Lada Niva appeared in 1977, it fundamentally changed what drivers expected from a compact off-road vehicle by pairing mechanical simplicity with real-world capability in a single affordable package. Avtovaz produced it within the Soviet Union for regions where road infrastructure was unreliable or non-existent. Unlike many rivals of that period, it incorporated permanent four-wheel drive within a small, lightweight body that was straightforward to manage. The entire design philosophy prioritized function over interior refinement, giving it a deeply practical and rugged identity from its very first year. Farmers, hunters, and rural communities adopted it quickly because it absorbed conditions that regularly broke ordinary passenger cars. Compact proportions let it navigate narrow forest corridors and snow-buried paths, with an ease that surprised drivers who had never encountered it before. Despite an unassuming exterior, it developed a strong track record for dependable off-road performance across harsh operating environments. Over years of use, it became one of the most widely deployed compact 4x4s throughout Eastern Europe and remote regions beyond. Production has continued in updated form right up to the present day, demonstrating just how long the fundamental concept has remained relevant to real users. Even now, working examples can still be found in active daily use across rural and mountainous territories. Mechanical architecture stayed deliberately uncomplicated to support long-term durability and accessible repairs in locations far from any workshop. Most variants used a small inline-4 engine connected to a manual gearbox and a low-range transfer system. Permanent 4WD delivered consistent traction across mud, snow, and irregular surfaces without requiring driver input to engage it. Independent front suspension combined with a solid rear axle struck a workable balance between day-to-day comfort and mechanical toughness. Lightweight construction reduced component stress and extended service life under heavy use. Maintenance could typically be handled using basic tools, making it genuinely valuable in isolated territories where spare parts and workshop access were scarce. Fuel consumption stayed comparatively low against larger off-road vehicles of the same era. Drivers valued its capacity to keep operating in environments where virtually no maintenance support existed nearby. That mechanical directness became one of its most durable long-term advantages over more complicated alternatives. Its standing was built through consistent performance in actual working conditions, rather than promotional campaigns or aesthetic appeal. Deep snow, waterlogged fields, rocky terrain, and river crossings were all handled with steady and repeatable dependability. Compact proportions allowed it to access territory that larger SUVs physically could not enter. Interior comfort remained basic throughout, but off-road composure made it a trusted working instrument in rural communities. Many units accumulated decades of continuous service, thanks to their structural resilience and uncomplicated construction. Today, older versions are still operational in remote areas, where reliability remains more important than modern conveniences. It stands as one of the very few compact 4x4s to have stayed genuinely relevant across multiple generations of drivers. The Lada Niva continues to command respect because it demonstrates that straightforward engineering can outlast extreme conditions across many decades. Number 5 belongs to the Lada Niva for its unmatched longevity and proven toughness within the compact 4x4 category. It also influenced subsequent compact SUVs by demonstrating that serious off-road ability could exist within a small, affordable civilian vehicle. Number 4. Mitsubishi Pajero Mini. Compact on the outside, but genuinely capable underneath, the Mitsubishi Pajero Mini stood apart as one of the most distinctive compact 4x4s ever manufactured in Japan. Arriving in 1994, the vehicle drew direct inspiration from the larger Mitsubishi Pajero, an SUV that had already established serious credibility in demanding off-road use. Rather than producing a small city car with rugged visual cues but no real ability, Mitsubishi engineered the Pajero Mini with authentic four-wheel drive performance baked in from the ground up. Its K-car dimensions made it well suited to Japan's narrow street networks and congested urban environments. At the same time, the vehicle retained proper four-wheel drive hardware for rough roads, snow-covered paths, mountain tracks, and countryside driving. The Pajero Mini carved out an immediate identity because it genuinely resembled a scaled-down version of a full-size off-road SUV rather than a costume. Buyers appreciated the combination of compact daily practicality and real adventure-oriented engineering underneath the sheet metal. Unlike many tiny SUVs that prioritized visual styling over actual capability, this vehicle delivered credible performance when conditions got genuinely difficult. Across its production run, the Pajero Mini attracted outdoor enthusiasts, daily commuters, and buyers hunting for a dependable and compact 4x4 in one affordable package. Drive came from a compact but efficient engine calibrated to satisfy Japan's key car regulations, while still delivering dependable day-to-day performance. Most variants carried a 660 cubic centimeter inline-4 unit mated to either a manual or automatic transmission depending on the specification. Certain versions added turbocharging, which gave the lightweight machine meaningfully improved performance when climbing hills or crossing uneven terrain. A durable chassis combined with a well-engineered four-wheel drive system allowed the Pajero Mini to handle muddy lanes, snow-packed paths, and uneven tracks with genuine composure. Independent front suspension paired with solid off-road underpinnings created a driving experience that felt surprisingly balanced for such a compact machine. The lightweight construction placed less mechanical stress on components during sustained use, contributing directly to long service life. Owners consistently praised the Pajero Mini for its reliability record, fuel economy, and modest maintenance requirements. Replacement parts stayed relatively affordable, and the vehicle built a strong following for lasting many years when properly cared for. For a machine of its size, it struck an impressive balance between everyday practicality and off-road endurance. Another reason the Pajero Mini earned genuine respect was its ability to feel genuinely adventurous without becoming difficult or expensive to live with long-term. Drivers could use it comfortably in dense urban traffic through the week and still take it onto rough backroads at the weekend without preparation. Its compact footprint made parking a non-issue, while the elevated seating position provided the kind of driving confidence associated with much larger vehicles. Although it was never designed to compete with heavy-duty expedition trucks, the Pajero Mini handled rough conditions far better than most observers anticipated. Many owners fell for the vehicle because it combined the charm and economy of K motoring with the character and spirit of a legitimate 4x4. Modern compact crossovers tend to concentrate heavily on technology and visual appeal, but the Pajero Mini kept its focus firmly on practical and mechanical dependability. Even today, well-preserved examples remain sought after among enthusiasts who value lightweight Japanese off-road machines. The Pajero Mini earned its reputation through intelligent engineering and proven real-world performance rather than bold advertising or elaborate feature lists. Number 4 on this list goes to the Mitsubishi Pajero Mini because very few compact 4x4s have blended everyday practicality, long-term reliability, and genuine off-road character as effectively. Number 3, Suzuki Samurai, SJ413. During the 1980s, very few compact 4x4s caught drivers off guard, quite the way the Suzuki Samurai SJ413 did. At first impression, the vehicle appeared too lightly built to handle anything resembling serious off-road terrain. That assumption dissolved fast once people actually pointed it at mud, rocky tracks, dense forest paths, and steep mountain inclines. Launched in 1984 as an evolution of Suzuki's earlier off-road lineup, the SJ413 arrived with a stronger 1.3-liter engine that gave it noticeably improved performance over its predecessor. Compact dimensions and a short wheelbase gifted it with maneuverability in confined spaces, where larger SUVs struggled badly to proceed. Rather than leaning on big horsepower figures, the Samurai relied on minimal weight and considered engineering to conquer difficult environments. The removable roof and straightforward boxy profile also helped it build a passionate following across multiple countries. Hunters, outdoor campers, agricultural workers, and serious off-road drivers quickly realized this little machine could tackle conditions that its compact dimensions absolutely did not suggest. Over time, the Samurai became one of the most recognizable small off-road vehicles of its entire generation. Beneath the lightweight exterior sat a robust ladder frame chassis, designed to absorb rough treatment across many years of demanding use. Solid axles and leaf spring suspension delivered genuine durability, combined with surprisingly capable wheel movement off-road. The 1.3-liter inline-4 engine was uncomplicated, fuel-efficient, and maintainable without expensive specialist equipment. Owners valued how accessible mechanical attention could be carried out using ordinary workshop tools and reasonably priced components. A 5-speed manual transmission working alongside a dual-range transfer case provided strong control during difficult ascents and challenging terrain crossings. Because the Samurai weighed considerably less than most larger SUVs, its mechanical components absorbed less cumulative stress during hard off-road sessions. That low-mass construction became one of the most significant factors behind its impressive performance in mud, snow, and loose surfaces. Enthusiasts regularly modified these machines for extreme off-road use because the platform responded positively to aftermarket work. For a compact 4x4 from that era, the Samurai assembled an impressive global reputation for dependability and structural toughness. One of the most compelling qualities of the Suzuki Samurai was its ability to deliver authentic off-road performance without demanding a large budget or a large vehicle. Drivers could confidently take it onto tight forest paths, boulder-strewn hillsides, and rough backroads without needing anything bigger or more expensive. Its compact footprint allowed it to thread through gaps that many larger off-road vehicles simply could not access. Road manners and high-speed stability were not its strongest qualities, but committed off-road drivers prioritized capability over comfort by a wide margin. Many owners described the Samurai as one of the most engaging and consistently dependable small 4x4s ever assembled, because of how direct and mechanical the whole experience felt. Unlike modern compact crossovers loaded with electronic intervention systems, the Samurai relied almost entirely on lightweight engineering and the skill of the person behind the wheel. Even years after production wrapped up, restored and modified, Samurai builds remain extremely active in off-road communities across the world. The vehicle earned its following through performance on the ground, rather than marketing budgets or expensive standard features. Number 3 on this list goes to the Suzuki Samurai SJ413, because very few small. 4x4s have blended mechanical simplicity, structural toughness, and off-road talent as effectively. Number 2, UAZ-469. Conceived during the height of Cold War military competition, the UAZ-469 went on to earn a reputation as one of the most difficult to destroy compact off-road machines ever assembled. The Ulyanovsk automobile plant rolled out this Soviet-built off-roader in 1972, engineering it primarily around military operations and the brutal demands of remote countryside travel. Rather than chasing comfort or smooth tarmac manners, the entire vehicle was constructed around toughness, mechanical simplicity, and the ability to handle terrain that would stop most vehicles cold. A boxy body profile, generous ground clearance, and a heavy-duty ladder frame chassis allowed it to absorb brutal punishment across punishing landscapes. The design team specifically built the UAZ 1972 to push through snowfields, muddy swamps, forests, rocky ridgelines, and isolated regions that had no roads to speak of. Many observers dismissed it based on its bare-bones appearance and Spartan interior, assuming basic looks meant limited ability. That assumption fell apart quickly once the vehicle was actually put to work in conditions that stopped more sophisticated machines dead in their tracks. Military formations throughout Eastern Europe relied on it for moving troops, supplies, and field equipment through dangerous and unpredictable operating environments. Over time, farmers, search and rescue teams, hunters, and rural drivers across multiple countries came to trust it for daily movement through remote territory. Under the rugged ladder frame, the UAZ-1972 carried a dependable inline-4 gasoline unit, built more for longevity than power output. Performance figures were modest, but the engine delivered strong torque at low speeds. Which translated directly into capable behavior on rough ground. A 4-speed manual gearbox combined with a dual-range transfer case gave drivers control when ascending steep terrain or navigating technically demanding trails. Heavy-duty solid axles and leaf spring suspension added a further layer of mechanical resilience to the entire drivetrain package. Because unnecessary electronics were deliberately kept out of the design, field repairs could be completed using standard tools in the middle of nowhere. That deliberate engineering restraint became one of the central reasons the UAZ-1972 survived decades of punishing operational service. The vehicle also developed a strong track record for cold weather reliability in sub-zero climates, where many other vehicles consistently refused to start. For military units working far beyond any proper road network or maintenance support, that cold start capability became an essential operational advantage. Very few compact 4x4s from that era managed to earn such broad respect for surviving severe abuse under genuinely terrible conditions. Another reason the UAZ-1972 became legendary was its remarkable ability to keep functioning after years of punishment, and in many cases, outright neglect. Drivers routinely pushed these machines through river crossings, waterlogged tracks, frozen ground, and steep mountain passes without significant mechanical preparation. A relatively narrow body combined with moderate weight helped it navigate terrain that full-size trucks found completely impassable. On-road ride quality was never a priority, but off-road performance mattered far more given the vehicle's original military purpose. Countless examples stayed in civilian and military use for decades because the machine was mechanically very difficult to destroy. Even today, older UAZ-1972 units can still be found working in remote villages and tough rural environments across a wide range of countries. Modern SUVs carry more technology, creature comforts, and electronic driving aids, but very few can match the raw mechanical durability of this Soviet-engineered machine. The UAZ-1972 never built its reputation through advertising campaigns or luxury appointments. Its standing came entirely from repeatedly proving that restrained, purposeful engineering can outlast far more complicated vehicles. Number 1. Subaru Brat. Built during an era when compact utility vehicles were becoming increasingly popular, the Subaru Brat offered something completely different from traditional pickup trucks. Subaru created it as a lightweight, multi-purpose vehicle that combined the practicality of a truck with the driving feel of a small passenger car. Its name stood for Bi-Drive Recreational All-Terrain Transporter, which perfectly reflected its unusual mix of utility and off-road capability. The Brat immediately stood out because of its compact size, distinctive styling, and car-based design at a time when most pickups were much larger and heavier. Unlike bulky trucks designed mainly for hauling, it was easier to maneuver through narrow roads, rural areas, and crowded cities. Drivers appreciated the fact that it offered decent cargo space, while still remaining fuel, efficient and comfortable for daily driving. The addition of four-wheel drive helped the Brat perform surprisingly well on dirt roads, snow, mud, and rough countryside terrain. Its unusual appearance, including the rear-facing jump seats mounted in the cargo bed for certain markets, made it even more memorable. Over time, the Brat developed a loyal following because it successfully blended practicality, reliability, and personality into one compact package. Power came from Subaru's reliable, flat-4 Boxer engine design, which provided a lower center of gravity and balanced handling characteristics. Most versions used small displacement engines focused more on efficiency and durability than outright speed or towing power. Four-wheel drive models delivered improved traction in slippery or uneven conditions, making the vehicle useful in both urban and rural environments. Its lightweight construction reduced stress on components and helped improve long-term reliability under regular use. Manual transmissions were especially popular because they gave drivers more control on rough roads and steep terrain. Suspension setup balanced everyday driving comfort with enough toughness to handle gravel roads and light off-road conditions. Repairs and maintenance were generally straightforward, helping owners keep the Brat running for many years without major expense. Fuel economy also remained one of its strongest advantages compared to larger trucks available during the same era. This combination of efficiency, practicality, and durability helped the Brat stand apart from more traditional utility vehicles. Across different countries and environments, the Subaru Brat proved itself as a dependable compact vehicle with unique versatility. Farmers, outdoor enthusiasts, and rural drivers often used it for transporting tools, equipment, and supplies across uneven terrain. Its manageable size allowed it to navigate places where larger pickup trucks felt oversized and inconvenient. Snowy roads, muddy tracks, and rough back roads were handled confidently thanks to its lightweight design and available four-wheel drive system. Many owners kept their Brats for decades because of their reliability and distinctive character. Even today, restored examples remain highly respected among Subaru enthusiasts and collectors worldwide. The Brat represented a different approach to utility vehicles by focusing on balance instead of brute strength alone. Its combination of practicality, efficiency, and all-terrain capability helped create a vehicle unlike almost anything else of its time. Number 1 belongs to the Subaru Brat because it proved a compact utility vehicle could be dependable, capable, and unforgettable all at once. Modern SUVs may have giant screens, luxury interiors, and complicated electronics, but many may never match the long-term reliability of these small machines. These mini 4x4s proved that true durability comes from simple engineering, mechanical toughness, and vehicles built to survive anything. Some crossed mountains, some survived military service, and many are still running decades later. That's why these forgotten little 4x4s still earn massive respect today. Now tell me in the comments which one shocked you the most, and which would you trust to last forever?